In this video, we'll explore the quality settings for our game and finally build our game for playing. To get to the quality settings, choose Edit, Project Settings, and Quality. These quality settings allow you to set default qualities for standalone, web player, Android, and any other target platforms you've installed. As we're building our game right now for a standalone build for PC, Mac, and Linux, I'll look at the standalone settings. What we can see in our quality settings is that the default is in green, and right now everything is set to fastest. What this means is it's not going to be the best graphics quality, but it will play fast on most platforms. What we'll do is to set our default quality settings to fantastic for standalone. Click on the middle arrow in the default line under the standalone player. Then drop down and choose fantastic. We can now see that the checkbox for fantastic is green for that standalone player, and this means that the game will default to playing in fantastic quality. The other settings here in our quality allow us to configure rendering, shadows, and other settings such as blend weights. We can see in the shadow section that the shadow resolution is set to high. Drop down under that high resolution and choose very high so your shadows have the optimal quality. If you're finding that your game is showing aliasing or stair-stepping artifacts as part of gameplay, you can also increase the anti-aliasing quality. The default is 4, although we can go up to 8 if we need. This will add a very fine anti-aliasing on details in the game. The other settings in here, in blend weights, VSync count, and more shadow settings are beyond the scope of this courseware. We can always get in and adjust these if we need later, but the defaults here should be fine. Now we're ready to build the game. Choose File and Build Settings from the top menu. In the Build Settings, select PC, Mac, and Linux and make sure that the main scene is added to the scenes in the build. When you're ready, click Build and Run to build your game and play it and see that splash image and default icon. I'm going to name mine Zombie Toys App and put it in my Zombie Toys game folder. Unity's given us a note that the build is successful, and now we can see in the configuration dialog that Zombie Toys splash image. As we didn't change any of the resolutions, the default screen resolutions are available. The graphics quality defaults to fantastic as we set it in the quality settings. Depending on the size of your screen, the screen resolution you choose may vary. I've set mine to 1280 by 800, and I'll check windowed, so I actually see it in a window on my desktop. I'll leave the graphics quality at fantastic and leave the input as the default mapping. When you're ready, click play to play your Zombie Toys game. I've opened up a Finder here to show my Zombie Toys app, and we can see that the zombietoys.app has that Zombie Toys default icon on it. We also saw this in the Quit dialog on the game. Now that we've built and played our Zombie Toys game, we'll take a look at some of the available services that are part of the Unity platform.